This video was sent to you as a message, and you can even say it's a message for me as well. Maybe you're going through something, whether if it's love life issues, family issues, or even self esteem issues. I just want to let you know that it's okay. Your whole life, until you found shifting, you were made to believe you were your origins, and that your origins defined who you are, and you have to forever live with that. That it's quote unquote destiny. But it's now we have found out that this life and this body isn't all there is. We are not our egos or any of the labels we've been given or have given ourselves. We are infinite consciousness, just having a life experience that isn't real, by the way. Let's just say you're on your journey right now, right? And you've been kicking ass, and all of a sudden, something comes in, and an unfortunate event happens. Whether if it's a family member's mental health deteriorating or a specific person hurting you, realize it's really all about how you go about it that will determine the future. Yes, how you react to situations is part of the journey. What I want you to do after dealing with the situation is write it down somewhere in a blank document on your phone, paper script, or really just write it down mentally in your mind. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't gotta be like anything physical copy related. Write down the current situation you're going through. For example, let's just say if it's a family member's mental health declining, write that down first. So for me, I'm going to write down my family member's mental health is declining. I'll write that down. Then I'm going to go down a few spaces below and write down the revised version of the situation. My family member's mental health is good. That's what I'm going to write down, of course. My family member's mental health is always good. Obviously, I'm not going to say which family member because I have people in my house, so yeah. Yes, the revised situation is the one from your DR, obviously. Then, then from there on out, I want you to be nicer to yourself. Realize that your situation was completely out of your control. The thing that validates what I say is the fact that we live in a reality that's probability based. It's not like in our desired reality or waiting room, which is basically the same thing, where everything we want literally spawns right in front of us. Shit happens and it's not your fault at all. Keep doing you though, because you've been working your ass off, so why stop now? It's your calling to live the life you want and deserve. And don't let your situation take your eye off the good stuff that's happening. For example, everything that's happening with me and my WR girl basically happened by accident and so organically. I'm honestly so happy, and lately, that's all I've been focusing on what really matters. That's why when you have a conversation with someone and they start off by asking, "How are you?" you don't have to say bad or not so good just because of your situation, because it doesn't identify with you. Doing this definitely has helped me keep going and keep kicking ass. Fuck circumstances, because that's not real. I don't care about circumstances. I only care about my destination. It's the little thing that counts, guys. The way you talk really does matter and will reflect back to you. Maybe the old you allowed yourself to let the situation define you like past me did. That one situation made me tell people I was doing bad. And I'll explain what I mean by that. For example, let's just say if I was having a bad day, right? Then all of a sudden, oh, like some fucking friends, my freaking family member gets sick or whatever. At the end of the day, I don't have to say I'm doing bad just because of that, because that situation was out of my control. So why identify with it? And that's the thing too. Nowadays, when people ask me how I'm doing, I'm always gonna say I'm doing good because number one, of course, I have the keys to shift, and number two, I have a YouTube channel, and number three, I have a good audience and good friends. The new me, aka current me, looks at the bigger picture and is always nice to myself. I never hang anything over my own head anymore. My family and friends did such a good job of making me believe I was my own worst enemy in the past when I was a kid, but they can't nowadays. People try and gaslight me with their profound speeches with anti platitudes along my way, but they can't anymore because I'm gonna check their ass where old me would have just ate it up. Right now, me and my current SP Syria is being difficult, but guess what? My waiting room chick is ready to leapfrog her ass, and I'm just following my heart. Where old me would probably try and still get with Syria as a feeling of obligation and feeling like I'm entitled to do it, when in reality it's all a choice. Where new me actually has self respect. People always wonder, how do I get my DUI progress? And honestly, it's just stuff like this. The little things, guys. I want to tell you right now. Compare the way you used to talk to. I want you to do this right now. Compare the way you used to talk back then and the way you talk now. How you went about situations back then versus now. How you go about them now. Choose your direction. So, for example, uh, let's just say the old you, right, would just basically dwell over problems that you couldn't control over. Like, for example, something little, I don't know, like your car dying, for example. Yeah, though, like old you would have probably just dwelled on it and then would have just been like, "Oh my god, I'm having a bad day." Where the new you now is going to be like, "Oh well, shit happens. It was out of my control," and then you could quickly develop that problem-solving mindset, which is what I have too, by the way. Took me time, but I'm here now, and guess what? That's definitely going to pay off, for shifting and overall just life in general for several lifetimes later. That's it. I'm out.